Public school education is bad because of the government. Schools are like a business, they administer the service of teaching. Socialism is when the government owns the means of production. In this case, public schools are ran by the government, often having a legal monopoly. For many decades, schools in all 50 states have failing standards. Number 1. The primary reason that socialists claim public schools fail is because of underfunding. This is false. Schools are very well funded. Each student can bring in $15,000 to $30,000 in funding to the school, depending on the state. Public school systems like Chicago Public Schools can spend as much as $10 billion per year and still have failing standards. The majority of this budget goes towards staff salaries. Despite this funding, test scores in all 50 states can often be very low. The default argument by socialists for why government run businesses fail is a lack of funding. If the budget were increased and more money was thrown at a problem, then the service would finally become great. Free market businesses are fundamentally superior. The focus is on innovation and value and innovation of price reductions. They are responsible to the consumer, which is the student, or else all the students will go to competing schools. Private businesses only make more profits if they increase consumer value in a marketplace of competition, otherwise, they'll go bankrupt. Socialist sectors fundamentally do not have these incentives. There's almost no correlation between school spending and test scores. This is because free market businesses are primarily about business model improvements and innovation firstly, much more than throwing money at problems. Number 2, public education can still be free, paid for by taxes, but you must subsidize the student, not the school itself. For example, charter schools. Market forces will reward high value and price reducing schools, and punish schools that do not innovate with bankruptcy. If the school fails even more, that just means that it needs even more money. This is the same as subsidizing a failing business with a bad business model who does not innovate. Charter schools could verify their success by taking standardized tests. Private schools and charter schools spend the same amount of money, or sometimes much less, and achieve superior student outcomes. Unfortunately, many local governments grant a legal monopoly to public schools. The improvements in price by charter schools will also lead to a reduction in price in local taxes like property taxes. There's also the phenomenon of good school districts having sky-high housing prices. This is because suburban areas can often have the only good schools in the entire city, so parents prioritize buying homes in that district. Instead of this dilemma, a charter school, like any other business, could be a large national brand and could open up in any neighborhood, allowing for universal access anywhere in the city. Number 3, public education is very often a guaranteed government jobs program, which is primarily supported by socialists and teachers' unions. They hold massive control over the local government monopoly on education. They have virtually no accountability for bad teachers and bad results, making it impossible to fire unionized staff because they are not accountable to market forces. It would never accept a smaller budget, which is more efficient for the business itself, and leads to price reduction. Due to this effect, the number of non-teaching staff is often higher than the number of teaching staff. This is the nature of government-run businesses. There's no accountability to markets, consumers, price reduction through innovation, and profits and losses. It simply devolves into a government jobs program. Inefficiency and corruption is inherent. Private education would massively improve the standard of living of all Americans, both rich and poor, in a short period of time.